Hi guys, welcome back to the kitchen. I just was making another recipe and I thought I'd bring you along while I was at it. If your social media feed is anything like mine, a couple of months ago, I was absolutely bombarded by this Donair recipe that was out. I love Donairs, but even when we're, not at the cabin, we're sort of outside of, a regular delivery zone. So I only get it on the odd time that we actually go out to eat. And I've bought the Donair meat that you get at supermarkets, and by the time you fry that up, there's enough fat that I've come out of the meat that it's kind of turned my stomach. And I've tried a couple of other Donair recipes myself where you kind of end up making what looks like a meatloaf and then try and slice that, and usually I end up with crumbled meat, more like a taco meat. When I try to slice it up, I can never slice it thin enough. So when I saw this Donair recipe come across my screen, I went, okay, I'll give it a try and see what it's like. Well, it was excellent. This is my fourth time making it now. Not only do I get the Donair that I absolutely love, the entire family likes it on wraps, on sandwiches. So we're out again. So I thought I'd bring you along while I mix it up my way. So what I have here is I have 2 pounds of ground meat and 1 pound of ground pork. And most of the recipes I read suggest that you use a mixer to mix everything, because you really want to break down the fibers of the meat. And I find it excellent because my poor wrists don't like it when I mix anything too heavy. So I've taken to mixing a lot of my meat dishes using my mixer. So I'm just going to put this on the mixer here. Whoops. There we go. Put the paddle in place. And so it calls for this amount of meat, 6 cloves of garlic, but if anybody's ever watched me, I never measure garlic, except to sort of give it a couple of good wallops in there. Again, the recipe calls for Greek yogurt, plain Greek yogurt. It's not something I usually have on hand, so I use sour cream, and it seems to be working really well. So we've got 6 tablespoons of sour cream. Now here I've got about 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. So we're going to scrape that in. And lastly, we've got a tablespoon of cumin, a tablespoon of paprika. It calls for a tablespoon of salt, but I'm only putting in about a teaspoon. I got a teaspoon of pepper and about a half teaspoon of red pepper flakes. So I'm going to get this started. I'm just going to do it on I'm going to plug it in. And then we're going to start it on a low speed and just let it mix. And while it's mixing, I'm going to slowly add the spices. There you go. So I'm going to let this mix up for 2 or 3 minutes. Let it get well combined. Let the paddles break down the fibers, the proteins in the meat. And I'll bring you back while that's doing. I'm going to clean up this mess, and I'll bring you back shortly for the next step.
Hey folks, welcome back. Just want to interrupt Jeanette now in the middle of her Donair video, just to bring you some quick news. I'm going to be running a contest. Cod fishing season has been announced and starts July 1st. And of course, we're right in the middle of trouting season right now. So I'm going to run a little contest both on the YouTube side of things and on Facebook side of things, okay? And I got this idea from Gary Fudge of Tucker and I, so I don't claim that this is something brand new. I basically going to use what Gary did. So I'm giving away 2 sets of prizes, one from a YouTube subscriber and one from a Facebook comment. So you probably have, if you put a comment in both, you'll have a chance to win twice. So what am I going to give away? Well, like I said, cod fishing season is coming. And I'd like to first say a big thanks to MFS Baits, Scott Martin. Scott's provided me with some lures, cod lures and stuff here that I haven't figured out what I'm going to give away yet, but I'll give away some of the cod lures, again, one on each platform. And Scott has also developed some unique spinner baits. These here are MFS Newfie spinner baits and some MFS 5 of Diamond spinner baits. Now, I'm going to package up some of these to put in a contest package, but I'm going to be using these myself also in future videos. So the prize will be some of these spinner baits and some of these cod lures for each package. One package prize will be on the YouTube comment side of things, and the other one will be on the Facebook comment side of things, because I know many people watch my videos through the Facebook link and they're not actually subscribers. Now, if you were a subscriber, you'd have a lot better chance to run the contest, because I usually run the contest on the YouTube side. Anyway, so how to enter? Simple as that. Leave a comment. Leave a comment on the YouTube video. Leave a comment on the Facebook post under my account, not under any of the groups. If I'm going to be checking the Facebook posts under my account directly. So you see a Facebook post from Darrell Wells, put a comment in there, and I'll enter your name into the draw for the Facebook side. Go to the YouTube and put a comment in there, and again, I'm going to do a draw from the YouTube side. All I just want to see is a comment. Whatever you want to comment, no particular words, nothing complicated, simple comment in the video. Now, if you're going to do the YouTube side, you got to be a subscriber. You should know that. And I figure out what I'm going to give away in between now and when I draw the video. Note, if you get an email or a text message or a comment saying that you won the contest, ignore it. I will be doing the draw in my video in the future. Probably near the end of June sometime, that's when I'm going to be doing that. So keep watching for that video when I do the contest draw. If you get an email, you get a text, you get something from somebody saying that you won the contest, simply ignore it. It's a scam, okay? I will not be sending you information through until that video is posted. And I will never request your personal information or money or anything. Click this link, nothing like that ever in any of my videos. So get on that, guys. Go in and enter your comment, and like I said, you have a chance to win some cod fishing lures and a couple spinner baits. I might throw in a few other things in there yet. I haven't fully decided on what package is going to be. But yeah, so we'll get back to Jeanette's video now with the Donair. I know it starts out looking good, and I've had the Donair meat, guys. It is delicious. So take you back to the video now and continue on with Jeanette and her making her Donairs. Thanks for watching, guys. And now back to Jeanette.
Okay, guys, I got that all cleaned up and put away, and while I was doing that, I turned the meat mixture up onto, about a medium on my blender, my mixer, and I let it go for, however long it took me to put away everything and tidy up. So, 3 or 4 minutes, and you can see now we have a nicely mixed bowl of, ground meat. And so what I have here is just 2 pieces of parchment paper. And over on the stove behind me, I have 2 cookie sheets that are lined with a piece of parchment paper each. And this is just a standard cookie scoop. I think it's about 1/4 cup. But what it is it gives me about 1/3 pound of meat when I do put 2 scoops in the middle of a piece of parchment paper. I'm going to lay the other one on top of it. Then I'm going to take my rolling pin and I'm going to roll this flat as I can. I'm not looking for any particular shape. I'm just looking to kind of roll it pretty flat and to make sure it stays contained on the bottom piece of parchment paper. So once I get this rolled out really flat, I'm going to peel off the top one and I'm going to fold the bottom one in on itself in kind of just a log shape. So I'm going to end up with a roll of flattened meat. I'm going to put this over on one of the trays over here, and then I'm going to proceed to do that. I find for, 3 pounds of meat, I get about 9 of those little rolls. So I'm going to continue to make up all those rolls, and I'll put you on time lapse while I'm doing that. Then I'll bring you back when all the meat has been flattened and rolled out. All right, guys, so here are my 9 completed parchment rolls. They are ready to go in the oven. I have my oven preheated to 350, so I'm going to lay these in the oven now for about 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes, I will unroll each of the rolls, drain off some of the fat and liquid that's on there, and then put them back in for another 15 to 20 minutes to sort of crisp up the edges and dry it out a little bit. So I'll bring you back after 30 minutes and we'll see what we've got at that point. All right, guys, so it's been the 30 minutes I talked about, and I've taken the rolls out of the oven. So what we're going to do now is we're going to unroll them. Let everything fall onto the tray. You can see there's a lot of juice that kind of escapes as we're going. And then we'll start to unroll. Hot, 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 hot. So that's all 9 of our rolls. Get a couple of sets of tongs. And I'm just going to use the tongs to break this up a little bit. So you can see we have lovely sheets of Donair meat. It smells amazing. It is cooked, completely cooked, but I'm going to put it back in the oven for another couple of minutes, probably another 15 minutes or so, to let it dry out a little bit. Before I do that, I just have an empty can here and a pair of gloves, and I'm going to drain off all that fat and juice into the can. Okay, so with that all drained off, we're going to put this back in the oven like this for another 15 minutes. So you can see, beautiful, nice slabs of meat. So another 15 minutes in the oven. We'll dry this out a little bit and everything will be looking good. I'll bring you back when that's done. All right, guys, here is the final product. It smells absolutely delicious. Let's give it a little taste. Yep, that is really good. I can guarantee that tomorrow for lunch, everybody in this family will have some sort of sandwich, wrap, Donair made out of this meat. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let it sit here and cool. And once it's completely cool, what I'll do is I will divide it in half. I'll put half in a container in the fridge, and that's what we'll eat out of for the next 3 or 4 days. The other half I'll just put in another container and put in the freezer. It freezes really well, and next week or the week after, when we're ready to do it again, we'll take it out, let it thaw, and that'll give us another 3 or 4 days worth of, like I said, we put it in, wrap it in wraps, and not always do we use it as Donair meat. The majority of it will be eaten just as deli meat inside of wraps with other types of, condiments. We have a dill pickle aioli there that is absolutely to die for on this meat as well. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you give it a try. It's surprisingly easy. You get a lot out of it, and it is really enjoyable. So I'll see you in the kitchen next time.